Hey, what's up, guys? This is quite the ridiculous slate. Hopefully, Bobby can make some better sense of it than I can. There's just a zillion plays, um, and it's going to score a zillion points. So this is not this is not the slate to be playing guys like Kyle Lowry, I guess. Very, very difficult. And what you can do is you can get to literally everybody you want. Hey, what's up, Bobby?
Hey, what's up, man? Sorry, I accidentally logged in as your name, so we've got two sheets on the show here.
What?
I logged in with your name by accident.
Oh, it's okay. What the hell? This slate, huh?
I know, it's nuts. So should we start off talking about Golden State?
Yeah, I guess.
I think that you're going to want to. I think there's an actual danger of that game blowing out, but I think that I sort of like approaching it with the if it stays close angle. So Kuminga, Poole, Moody, or JaMychal Green, and running it back with Zion. That's sort of what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, my initial builds, I actually had some lineups with 4. And I intentionally knocked them out. I just didn't want 4 on a big slate. So needless to say, they're all gonna look good.
Wow, Donovan! I didn't realize Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland were just ruled out. That's
okay. I was unaware of that.
Well, that's a huge piece of
what in the hell?
So Karis LeVert.
There it is. Huh?
We know that's the play you have to make. Okay. So LeVert, all the 6,500 guys, all the 60 whatever, you got LeVert at 6,500, forward eligible at least.
Who's a better play, LeVert or Tyrese Maxey?
That's where it gets questioning. But I was going to say you can play LeVert, Poole, and Maxey.
Right.
And you could potentially get like 180 out of those guys. Or
right.
I mean, it's possible. Like somebody's going to have to put up numbers here. If Embiid is in, I was going to treat him as my top spend up. My most owned guy at the top. I'm going to have to reevaluate things a little bit here. It's a good matchup too. And with those two guys out, boy, so they probably use one spot for Okoro and I guess Osman.
That's right.
Oh boy. Well, let's give the little time to update on that because this slate is getting So it's Okoro and Wade they started instead. Karis LeVert is going to be really hard not to play.
Right.
Yeah.
You could have some fun. I mean, you could play him with Cade.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I don't think you need to though.
It's just a matter of what are we getting? We can't get from another 6,500 guy, I guess.
Right.
But I mean, the truth is that I think Maxey has a better chance of thriving in general when Embiid's out versus Harden. But I don't know. Actually, that's a tough one.
Well, let's go. What about Simons being out?
Simons being out, maybe like if you want to play the game stays close. I think just Nurkic is an unbelievable play. I already thought he was. I think then you get into Shaedon Sharpe, Keon Johnson kind of uncomfortableness.
Right.
I think the best play might be Winslow, but I'm not sure you need to do that.
Oof.
At least he said they can because he can run offense. He can run their offense. Nas Little, I don't know, man. It feels thin to me. It also feels like a blowout. But we've seen it happen before. Somebody gets hot or something. If there's a guy who could get hot, I think I would bet on Sharpe, just because he's got probably the most talent of any of these guys.
Yeah.
Except for Nurkic. Boy, it is a weird slate, though. I mean, I think that what you're going to do from Cleveland, I mean, I do think Mobley and Jared Allen, especially Mobley, gets a boost for like large field stuff. I think that Cedi Osman is very playable, and I think that LeVert is going to be the one thing that I just know I'm going to do. There's no way I'm not playing LeVert.
I don't think it's very difficult to avoid him.
Yeah. Wow. Wonder what the spread's going to go to.
Yeah.
The way he doesn't get there, if he gets like in foul trouble, that means Osman. So I think you're playing like one of those guys. I know Osman may not show up as obvious as the Golden State guys, but he's going to get minutes with those guys out.
I don't think LeVert will get into foul trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just speculating on other
I think that he knows this is one opportunity to score 50 real life points, and he's not going to put any defense at all. He's not going to foul anybody.
I know, and his defense has been better this year. I mean, they do still have Mobley. It probably is. Mobley is probably a better play than we're talking about here.
That's true.
The reason he doesn't get to go off often is because these guys are there taking shots out of the backcourt. So like he still is, and especially against the Pistons, he already kind of was sort of a borderline play at the beginning of the day. You got to think that that's a pretty decent play.
Who do you like on the Golden State? Poole and Kuminga? Is it the two main ones?
I mean, I don't know who they're going to start, so keep an eye out for that. It looks like now the new projections have JaMychal Green coming off the bench, which has me a little concerned. But they could. I think they're going to play the young guys. A little weirded out by the JaMychal Green thing. My order for them right now is, well, I love Poole, but I need the game to stay close.
Right.
Sort of directly related to how he plays, But Moody, I have Kuminga, Moody, Jerome. But I think Kuminga more for the upside. I think Ty Jerome if he starts, is a tough fade just because he should play 25 to 30 minutes at least. They don't really have like Jordan Poole can kind of sort of be the one, but I don't think he's not really a one, even though I know he kind of is written that way sometimes. I don't know.
Evan Mobley, Karis LeVert. How's Kevin Love been playing?
He just doesn't get the minutes, but this could be a spot where he ended up getting more minutes. Unfortunately for him, neither of the big guys are out. So I don't know that it's like – I don't think you can quite get there. But, he put up 44 the other day in 20 minutes. Like he still has that ability to hit a ceiling. But I don't know if I'd want to – just feels like it – his minutes may not change much.
And before anybody chimes in, no, I don't have Dylan Windler projected today. Before anybody chimes in with that one.
Ingram, I don't have a ton of interest in Ingram personally, but I think it's fine. I do not feel especially worried about. I don't think he'll necessarily get cut minutes. I think he's going to play low 30s. That's where I think I would have Ingram tonight. So maybe a little bit. I mean, the hamstring is a tough one. But all those guys, I just like the idea of having a run back if I'm going to play 3 Golden State guys. And I think Zion should just smash anybody they try to put on him.
Well, that's for sure. Aaron Nesmith ruled out. Oh, so it looks like the starting lineup for Cleveland?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. The Wade.
Dean Wade and Okoro?
Wade and Okoro. Don't fall for I love Okoro as a real life player. I'm sort of not sure why he's not starting and they're not bringing LeVert off the bench. They're winning, so I can't question him. But I think that he's just like the lowest usage guy you're ever going to see.
Yeah,
he's a 3-and-D guy. Like Reggie Bullock got there sometimes last year, but it's like that kind of a play. And Reggie Bullock's a much better shooter.
Is there something about Quentin Grimes starting for the Knicks or something like that?
Why would that happen?
I just saw some rumor about that. I don't know.
Oh, it does look like he might be in there. I don't know if I would put him ahead of this other value, though. Because Quickly's going to get minutes. Brunson's going to have the ball. It's still – he's got to be in play, right? He's 3.3, but
suppose
you need that?
I want to see what these Cleveland guys look like.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the updated things because I think mostly it's going to be the main play there you're going to have is LeVert, and I don't think it's – Kevin Love is starting to pop on some of these projects. On the SaberSim projections, they really like him. Moody for Jerome.
Set player projections. Yeah, how about that? Kevin Love.
The thing is, though, you still have the Jalen McDaniels 1 million minutes at the same price.
Yeah.
I am interested to see where they project LeVert.
I see.
That's ridiculous. 33.
Yeah. What about the second half?
Yeah. Out of here with that. That's like the cat. That's a fouling out in like 20 minutes. He puts up 33. That's ridiculous. What are these projections
And they're
doing?
projecting 35.85 minutes.
And he's going to be a fantasy point per minute with the guys he's got out there? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Oh, what is going on with these projections on him? I mean, is he going to be low owned? There's no way, right?
I can tell you at least one person that's going to own him.
I can tell you there's two of us, and we have the same name.
Maybe we should like go to the other Discords and say that like LeVert's going to get short stints of short stints of minutes.
Oh my God, Jaylen Brown just got questionable. Oh my God.
There you have it. There you have it.
This is a mess. This is a mess of a slate. No, I K9, I do like Embiid on both sides actually if he plays, and I think he's gonna. But I don't know. That feels like a really stupid thing to say. Monday, I think every team plays Monday. And I honestly don't even know if we should do a recorded thing for that. You know what's going to happen? You're going to have 95 guys like announced out in that situation.
We should just do like Prize Picks should do like prop betting, like
just 2 plays.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Oh my God, it is Maxi's birthday. Jesus. Oh boy.
Yeah. Fortunately for me, Monday. Or unfortunately, everybody else, I guess I'm out for live Monday. I'm going to be at the hockey. I'm going to a hockey game actually. So.
Oh, nice.
I'll be out for Monday.
Nice. All right. Let me see what I've got going here. Do it. Boy, this is crazy. This is like nuts. Okay. 1, 2. I really like Moody and his talent. I just feel like it might. I mean, they have bodies, but wouldn't this be a time to let the young guys just get out there and play all the minutes?
Dude, I mean, I'll tell you. You talk about being chalky. What edge is starting to get a little bit thin. Dude, this is now like 5-6 weeks in a row. Like my aggregate golf projections this week, right, came up. This is like 3 weeks in a row. Like the top overall play was Russell Henley. He at 8,400. He was like projected to have ownership of like 10%. Of course, he was 14%, and he's like in like clear first. it's like ridiculous. Oh my God. But every week, like these databases just somehow just grind and get the best golfer, and the 5% more owned than projected, and they just smash every week. It's crazy for like a sport like golf. I mean, I can't even imagine why that's happening.
Yeah.
Well, that's it's rough out there.
How much Durant are you playing?
I'm like one of those guys. You know, like those guys, like those content people, like on Sunday, like 8 o'clock in the morning, they say, "I haven't even built lineups yet." And you're like, "Yeah, bullshit. You've been building them all week." Like this is what I am. And I don't think I built some stuff just to have them. I'm going to wait for this Cleveland stuff to come in. I'm going to script some stuff and see what I get. You know, and then I'll adjust backwards. You know, I imagine I'll get a whole bunch. No.
Yeah.
I'll probably get like a Giannis too. You know, like.
It's going to make those guys more popular than they were going to be. I'll tell you that. I'm trying to figure out where I stand with the. Boy, this is a little tricky.
Let me see.
Because you have. So I think you're trying to play 2 from Golden State, 1 from Cleveland minimum, 1 from Philly minimum.
Yeah, Nick Mitchell is out. Sorry.
No, I'm just going through it. So that's sort of half your lineup at a minimum is Golden State.
Yeah, this other one of the sites that I look at has LeVert as a more reasonable, like 39 and a half.
That seems closer to right.
Yeah,
I feel like it should be like 45, but
yeah. And then Mobley like 37. Getting some Osman. Projections okay. NATO is projecting like 20 fantasy points on one place. I don't.
Jalen McDaniels now? No, they're still going to play him, right?
I don't think NATO is the idea though.
No, I don't think that is either. Boy, this is.
So could upload these guys. Right. At least there's only at least I'm not doing hockey tonight. Only two game hockey slate, so I could focus on this nonsense. Yeah, for those of you who didn't notice, I put up my first ever betting video on who I'm betting in the MMA streets tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll get to questions and stuff. I'm still trying to figure this slate out.
Go for it. I'm just updating projections right now.
Yeah, I can't figure out what I want to do here. If you do Mobley, this actually sets itself up. Why not a Mobley, Cade, Levert mix, right?
Yeah, it certainly makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But how funny is what I said earlier? I'm like, see, I told you no one would end up playing Colin Sexton.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's fair.
What do these guys have? Karis LeVert. Yeah, the RG's got him at like 40, 41. That makes more sense.
All right, all the those guys, and then wait, what? I can't get in. Oh wait, Cade goes to point guard. Poole. Okay.
Jordan Poole's going to go off today. I mean, as long as he's, presuming he gets full minutes.
I mean, yeah, if he's hitting any of his shots, and he's a pretty great shooter, he's going to go nuts. Well, I think I'm doing it. I think I'm doing the little Mobley, Cunningham mini stack.
Okay.
I think
Cunningham's gonna be like 3% owned tonight.
I know, and you get the LeVert and Mobley, and it's Cunningham. He puts up like 50 every other game, actually more than every other game. Like, I think I'm.
Maybe you get a little overtime.
You never know. I like that though. It actually sort of builds up. The problem is I don't have the run back in the Golden State game just with all those guys healthy. I ended up getting rid of Zion in my main build, which I really planned on playing him, but I'll play him plenty of other times.
All right, I'm almost done with the projections. Then I'll see what I actually get here. Then I want to see about this Quentin Grimes situation, whatever that means.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? I don't know. I just don't trust the Knicks. Quentin Grimes is being projected for 10 fantasy points.
That's it. Okay.
No. He should be higher if he's in the starting lineup. Depends on, I guess, if you marry him to be in the starting lineup.
Well, I don't know if they officially announced he was starting. That was the rumor.
I've got him in the projected starting lineup.
Okay.
It makes sense. I mean, Fournier has been horrible. Why don't they just get rid of Fournier? Just time to get rid of Fournier for that role and use a mixture of Reddish and all the other guys you have. Because you also don't have you have Quickly though too.
Right. Okay. Just gonna run these now.
That is a crazy game that he had. He had 16 rebounds in 29 minutes. That's nuts.
Who?
Quickly in the last game. Tatum or Siakam? It's Tatum for me if there's no
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
We have no. That's not resolved yet, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah. So Mitchell is out.
And no Embiid. Anything yet?
The Simmons thing is basically, if you think that game stays close, I think Nurkic is an incredible play. If you don't think it stays close, it's really hard. You're just sort of throwing at things.
Like the Shannon Sharp or whatever his name is.
Shaedon Sharp would be my favorite other play, but I don't know if Keon Johnson's going to start. That would make him a little more interesting. Boy, what a weird slate.
Well, I need this. Hold on, let me just see. Get close, mother.
But I don't want to lose sight of the fact that I loved Anthony Davis when the day started. I still like him a lot.
Oh, I like that. You don't want to lose sight of the fact that you love Anthony Davis, right?
I just think he's a great play.
Look at some of these projections now. Oh my God. They have Kuminga projected for by aggregate is at 27 fantasy points at 3K.
And it's actually like if he plays the minutes, I think that he'll probably do that.
Yeah.
With those guys out there. It's really weird because he hasn't put up more than 10 in a game this season. We're just going ahead and assuming
what do they say? Minutes mean money.
Money. Yeah. I mean, but even his minutes are still – there's a chance that the best play in that game ends up being something crazy like – what's his name?
Wiseman.
Wiseman, yeah.
The sheets have been updated. Let me run a Saberson build just for kicks with no limitations and see what I get, and then I'll go backwards. If I win $100,000 in golf this weekend, KH Lee is officially my hero. I have a really good lineup, and it was just KH Lee was struggling to make the cut, and he just went like birdie to make it, I think, in his last 2 holes. So,
oh really?
We'll see what happens. Okay, so my first run, I'm getting 100% Jordan Poole, then a shitload of Kuminga, DeAnthony Melton. Wow, Embiid. I have more Embiid. I would have more Embiid than Durant. More Embiid than Giannis. I'm getting a decent amount of LeBron. And then, yeah, more of these Golden States, like Moody, Ty Jerome.
I'm not going to be able to update my core to answer David's question. I'll tell you guys what it, I mean, I sort of spelled it out. It's going to be 2 from Golden State. My favorites being Poole and Moody, Poole and Kuminga, excuse me. A minimum of 2. It's going to be at least 1 from Philly, like Maxey and Maxey, Embiid, and Melton. I think are all great plays. And then the rest of the core is going to be the at least 1 from Cleveland, Mobley or LeVert or both. And I am going to run Cade Cunningham back in one of those. So that's my core. Because that Embiid just walked in the Sixers locker room. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. So we're gonna have to figure out
what that mean.
Yeah.
He just walked.
Everybody walks into the locker room.
Yeah, but they all went to the locker room.
Yeah. They walked into the locker room. It's like, what kind of an update is that?
The fans have walked into the stadium.
The fans are in the stadium. Patty Mills, not for me. No, I'm not getting the Sumner.
What about I was going to say, what about the Sumner?
It's fine, all of it, but there's nothing that I think you need to play anymore from Brooklyn. Cam Thomas as a sneaky million field person GPP play. Play that one.
Oof.
He's at least like, I'm just saying, like, there's a weird path where like he ends up being like the next guy with Kyrie out because he has talent. He just never really put it together yet. But he's only 21, right?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who and this is actually kind of helpful. You know who I'm not getting to based on like projections and stuff? And I'm going to force my way. I'm really not getting to LeVert for some reason.
I'm telling you.
That's a little ridiculous. I'm getting like 3% LeVert. That is just not going to happen. Sorry.
You take out Mitchell and Garland. I mean, LeVert was having games with Mitchell there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's not going to be the case.
I just put up 64 the other day. I've looked at a lot of things today, and nothing has whatever. So Halliburton, if you play him today, then just always play Halliburton. That's the way I would treat Halliburton today. And I think it's even an okay strategy. He's pretty good. Worst possible matchup in basketball for him. Don't understand why today would be the day you try to play him on this slate. But again, can you get there? Sure. Just if you're going to play a player at a season high price or right about it, against the best defense against that position in the NBA and a slow down team, it's really hard for me to justify.
Yeah. And I'm still getting a bunch of McDaniels.
Yeah, I ended up taking him out of my main one, but it's not because I mind it. I think Moody is going to end up being my odd man out because I kind of like the idea of not trying to play Ty Jerome here. Just not a huge, but it feels weird to have the Moody, Poole, and Kuminga combo. I think that works though. That's they'll stay on the court if the game is close, assuming that they start. We don't even know who's starting, so I'm going to wait to figure that out. Yeah, LeBron is fine. I think Anthony Davis is a really good play on DraftKings.
Boy, who'd have thought at the beginning of the day that we forget about Gabe Vincent? Remember we were talking about Gabe Vincent earlier today?
I mean, that's what happens, you know. And watching and somebody like that goes off for like 90 tonight or something.
Yeah, he gets 45 or something.
It was like when Malachi Flynn had like the 70 fantasy point game, and there just was so much other value that had opened up, and he'd had 2 bad games in a row without the regular guys there, and he put up like 70, and he was like 3% owned. That was a fun day for me. That's
really funny. So you know what I just did? I just ran like builds. Guess who I just got in one of my bigger buy-ins? Gabe Vincent.
I mean, you got to realize there's going to be news later that's going to affect this stuff. So I would suggest trying to delay outside of you really can't like ignore the Cleveland. I think you can actually ignore Cleveland and be okay. That's the most avoidable of all these things. But most likely you get 45 out of LeVert and or Mobley minimum out of LeVert. Like LeVert really can go nuts here. We've seen this LeVert before, by the way. It would almost be nicer if Mobley and Jared Allen were. Or actually, if Mobley was out, it would be actually the exact same team he used to do it with. Would be like playing with him and Jared Allen again. It's the only 2 real basketball players in the court.
We've also seen LeVert fail, by the way.
Yeah, we have, and this is sort of a new situation for him, you know.
Yeah.
But usually when he's failed, it's been when he's coming from the bench to a starting lineup. He was already starting. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
And he's playing just endless amounts of minutes.
Saw Jonathan Taylor was ruled out, right?
Yeah, I don't think it really affects anything. Jaylen Brown is in, it looks like. Okay, that's helpful. So I'm not as interested. You know who I'm not playing that much of is Kevin Durant. And I'm kind of wondering to myself why.
Yeah.
That feels weird. Maybe I'm going to regret that one, having Embiid instead. All right, Cade, get me 50. And I think we'll be okay today. All right, Cheats, I'm going to bounce if that's okay with you.
I am too. I'm showering going dinner. I'm going to be around all day grinding Breeders' Cup tomorrow. So there's an MMA. I'll be around. I'll be watching that some of before I go out tomorrow night, and then I'll have projections up for everything over the weekend, and I'll see you Sunday at 11 o'clock.
All right, sounds good. See you guys then. I'm going to be at a thing tomorrow, so I won't be able to be around, but I will see you guys Sunday morning. Good luck, everybody.